Well, joining us now via Skype is Anthony DeStefano, who will talk to us about the sequel to his popular book, Our Lady's Wardrobe. Anthony, thanks so much for being with us all the way from New Jersey. How you doing?
I'm doing just great. Thanks for having me this morning.
In your best-selling book, you focused on the diversity of clothing that our Blessed Mother is depicted in. In this sequel, use works of art highlighting a variety of her roles as advocate, protector, and intercessor. How well do these capture the imagination of children?
Well, I hope that they capture the imagination of children very much. That's why I did both of these books. You know, Our Lady's Wardrobe, the first book last year came out. It was a big bestseller. And in that book, I tried to introduce children to Our Lady through some of the clothes she wore during her well-known approved apparitions. But I realized soon after that Our Lady has so many more titles that are unconnected to her apparitions. And I thought to myself, I have to write a sequel, but I want it to be original. I want it to be good. I want it to be powerful and just as colorful and beautiful. And then I hit upon the idea that, you know, we're really living in the age of pictures. You know, I mean, children are so familiar with Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram and everybody's got smartphones and they're taking thousands and thousands of selfies and other kinds of pictures. We're just in the age of pictures. And I thought to myself, you know, what if we got a chance to take a look into Our Lady's picture album, you know, her family photo album, if you will. What kind of images would we see? And I thought that would be a great way to introduce children to some of her well-known titles: Our Lady of Sorrows, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, Our Lady of the Rosary, Our Lady Queen of Peace, etc., etc. And so I used that motif in this book. So it's slightly different than Our Lady's Wardrobe, but I think it's in some ways richer because it also functions as a prayer book, which Our Lady's Wardrobe did not.
Is it true, Anthony, that Mary always wore blue? Because that's what the nuns told us.
No, it's not true at all. She wore blue a lot. Blue is known as the color of Our Lady, I think partly because blue is the color of the sky, the color of the sea. You know, blue is basically life-giving, and Mary is the mother of life. Jesus is life, and he came that we may have life and have it abundantly. So because she's the mother of life, blue has come to be known as her color. Blue symbolizes tranquility and harmony and peace and happiness. But on many times that she appeared in her apparitions anyway, she wore white, for instance. And white is a color of purity. And sometimes she dressed in the garb of the local people where she was visiting, like Our Lady of Guadalupe. She was dressed in an Aztec kind of an outfit to show solidarity and the love for the local people. So she has quite an extensive wardrobe, not just blue.
And you mentioned some of the titles. I've of course used the litanies, many litanies of the Blessed Mother so many times at church. But how did you pick from all of these beloved titles? How did you pick just a few for this new book of yours?
Well, I wanted to pick the ones that are most famous. I wanted both these books, Our Lady's Wardrobe and Our Lady's Picture Book, taken together to be a simple but comprehensive introduction to Our Lady for children. So I wanted the most famous titles. But I also wanted titles that would be most helpful. You know, I think people are confused sometimes about why Our Lady has so many titles. I think especially our Protestant brothers and sisters, you know, they wonder, they see all, you know, Our Lady of this, Our Lady of that. They wonder, do we have 100 different Marys, or is it the same Blessed Virgin Mary? And of course, it's the same Blessed Virgin Mary, but she comes to us under these different titles. Why? To help us with our problems. God knows we have so many different problems, and he wants us to approach his mother so his mother could help us and lead us to him. But it's easier for us to do that if we can relate to her. So if we are sad, if we're grieving, we can go to Our Lady of Sorrows. If we are afraid of something, we can go to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. If we're feeling lost and abandoned, we can go to Our Lady Star of the Sea. You know, if we're feeling bad about ourselves and we need to forgive ourselves, we can go to Our Lady of Mercy. So I tried to pick titles not only that were famous, but that would help children and adults more.
If we want to be happy, we can go to Our Lady's picture book and and see that. We're running out of time, Anthony, but just quickly, what made you decide, now this is 2 books about Mary. What is it about Mary that you said, I'm going to write a book about her?
You know, I've written 25 books, and these are the first 2 I've ever written on Our Lady. In fact, a lot of my audience is a Protestant audience, written, you know, because I've written about Jesus so much, they don't even know I'm a faithful Catholic, you know. But I just think that, you know, times are tough for Catholics and all Christians right now, and the way to get closest to Jesus is to go to Mary. Mary's mission in life was to give birth to our Lord. That's what she did when she was on earth, and that's what she does now. When you're devoted to Mary, she gives birth to Jesus in your life. And so she brings us to the Lord. So both these books are very Christ-centric, although they're about the Mother of God.
Well, Anthony, it's been a pleasure having you on today. Where can people find out more about your work and obtain a copy of the book?
Well, if they don't mind my long Italian name, my website is www.anthonydestefano.com. But my books are all on Amazon, at Catholic bookstores, at Barnes & Noble, and my latest publisher for these 2 books is Sophia Institute Press.
Anthony, it's been a pleasure. Stay safe, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having
Anthony.
me.
God bless.
Thank you.